Doesn't matter if you're 2, if you're 12, if you're 52, or if you're 82. Emotional intelligence is something that can touch each and every one of us and help invigorate our lives. Hi there, my name is Kimmy Jackson, and I'm here to tell you about the new podcast and YouTube channel, Make Your Move. People work too hard to avoid uncomfortable emotions. Depression, disappointment, anxiety, grief, we all do it. Make Your Move is all about teaching you to become a master listener to the feelings you experience so you can understand the purpose behind your emotions, not get stuck, and be able to respond to any feeling that you have with the confidence that you're meeting your needs and really moving forward. So I get it. Here we are with another self-help channel. And if I were you watching this, I might think to myself, how is Make Your Move going to be any different than what I've heard before? I know that if I change my thoughts, I can change the way I feel. I know how important sleep is. Yeah, even though that might not happen, I do know how important sleep is. And I know that I should throw in some exercise. I mean, those are all good things and we know they're beneficial, right? So then your next question might be, how is Make Your Move going to be any different? Because I realize we live in a time where there are so many amazing resources available to us. We've got everything from books, articles, printed, internet, right? Podcasts, YouTube, e-therapists, counselors, social workers, life coaches, moms, mother-in-laws. I get it. The list goes on and on. And so what I bring to the table as a professional helper is my sincere desire and intention to be transparent and genuine with all of you. So let me start by saying, this is kind of weird. I have never pictured myself doing something like this, ever. Us counselors, we like working with people intimately, getting deep, getting into the intricacies of people's lives and seeing them feel fulfilled and make changes. And so for me to put myself out there and whoa, there's everyone else, is kind of different. And I'll tell you, I'm both excited and nervous about doing this. And so I know that this is going to be a great journey for all of us. So I want to start with the question, has anyone ever taught you how to listen to your feelings? How to identify them or how to respond to them? Think back for a minute, maybe when you were in school or your mom, dad, a coach. Has anyone ever taught you how to listen to the way you feel? When I think back, I can remember in the 7th grade being taught the health triangle, with the 3 points are mental, physical, and emotional or spiritual health. That might sound familiar to some of you, but maybe not all of you, because it wasn't too long ago I was asking one of my middle school age clients what she knew about the health triangle. And you know what happened? I totally got the deer in the headlights look. She had no clue what I was talking about. I thought, okay, there's probably something new out there. I was in 7th grade quite a while ago. And so I started to ask her, well, what are you learning about emotions in your health class? And she responded with, I don't have a health class. I thought that was kind of strange. And then she continued to tell me that in her 8th grade year, she wasn't required to take a health class. And in fact, the last health class that she took was back in the 6th grade when they split up the boys and girls and they did their talk about, what did she say? I think she called it stuff. Clearly not an emotional conversation, right? So this really made me curious, and actually I'd be interested to hear from anyone else. What do you know about emotions or emotional intelligence? What have you learned in school, or what are you learning now? Parents could go home, ask your kids, what do you know about feelings? You can go ahead and comment below this video. I'd love to read your guys' feedback, because what this will give us is a baseline, our starting point. This is where we're at with emotional intelligence. This is what we know about feelings. This is how we know to use them or avoid them, whatever it is. And from that starting point, we can go and grow, which makes me so excited because this is what I love doing with people. I love teaching them emotional intelligence. With emotional intelligence, we see healthier relationships. We see people dive into vulnerability. We see people put themselves out there and feel more fulfilled. It's not about being happy all the time. It's about flexibility. It's about listening to what your body's trying to tell you so that you can respond in that moment. Okay? Another way to think of it is your emotions are like an instant messenger inside of you. Just like your phone, how it dings and dings and dings with alerts, our emotions do the exact same thing. But most of the time, the way we hear people describe emotions is that they're chaotic, they're messy, they're unpredictable, and I don't disagree because my emotions are the exact same way. Doesn't matter that I talk to people about them, they are the same way. And what then happens is that we hear people describe emotions as illogical. And that's the one that really gets me. Because how confusing if you're talking to a 5-year-old or a 7th grader or even an adult to tell you that yes, your emotions are important, but the messy ones, those are illogical. So you're basically saying that if you're happy, if you're content, if you're calm, then you can trust your gut. Then you can follow your instinct. But if there's anything that's overwhelming or passionate or messy, then it's not worth listening to. That's where we've gone wrong. And that's where we can make it right. And what I love most about emotional intelligence is that it really is a one-size-fits-all tool. It doesn't matter if you're 2, if you're 12, if you're 52, or if you're 82. Emotional intelligence is something that can touch each and every one of us and help invigorate our lives. Absolutely. So the way I see it, if we're really going to face this problem with increasing depression, increasing anxiety, if we really want to make a difference, then we have to understand the purpose of emotions entirely. And I'm not just talking about the ones that you feel every day, excited, nervous, uncomfortable. I'm talking about the purpose behind emotions entirely. Why do we have them? Where do they come from? And what the heck are we supposed to do with them? So when we look at the word emotion and study its root and its definition, we learn that its Latin root contains the word mote, M-O-T. You can see me smile when I talk about it. I don't think a lot of people know this about emotions, and it gets me so excited that you watching this video, you will now have a new piece to go to for emotional intelligence because you will have a new outlook, a new understanding, and a new belief of what emotions are meant to do. So, okay, let me back up. So the Latin root mote means to move. You can think about other words that have the same M-O-T, right? Like a motor or an automotive, or someone being promoted at work, or when you're motivated to do something. You can hear that movement that happens when you say those words, right? It's the same thing with our emotions. And guess what? It's not just for the pleasant, calm, content, and happy emotions. It's for all of them. The very intention and purpose behind our emotions is to help us move and create momentum in our lives. That's what Make Your Move is all about. Helping you tap in, understand, and use the emotions that you experience every single day to create movement in your life. I can't tell you how excited I am to be here and to be doing this. And I know we're going to get better as we go along, right? That's the idea. And so I'd love to hear from you guys. Any comments, any questions that you have, go ahead and put them down below. If you want to check out our podcast, our Make Your Move podcast, feel free and share it with your friends, whatever you want to do. And yeah, subscribe so that you can hear the new and latest about emotional intelligence that we're going to put out there for you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.